live, coming with a brand new Stir the podcast show. I'm your host, Trevor. Tonight we are joined by Andy. Andy, how are you doing tonight?
What up, what up?
And we're also joined by Alex. Alex, how are you doing tonight?
Yo, yo, yo.
And we are here, Vets, New Threats, episode 11 recap show. Very interessante EP tonight. I'll start with the Andy man. Andy, opening thoughts.
I kind of loved it.
Oh, loved?
I think so. Like, it seemed very, like, there didn't seem to be a lot of dead time. Do you guys think the same or no? Like, I felt like this was a pretty go EP.
I thought the daily took way too long for as simple as it was.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great daily. I actually did like the elimination, but
Okay.
I liked the elimination. I thought there was some very good game-related drama. Like, that's all the drama was game-related, which signed me up. I guess the daily did lack a little bit, so maybe I didn't quite love it, but maybe on a scale of 1 to 5, I really liked it.
Oh, come on. I think it was because we got kind of a mini elimination mid-episode, 50 minutes in.
True.
With
Yes.
the whole, and I think that was why the spacing of this episode felt better tonight. Because if you take that 15 minutes out, we're just funneled with the club again, more house drama, all this yada yada bullshit. And that little 15 minutes, 10 minutes actually spaced it out better. Alex, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I was kind of considering the L word too for tonight's episode. I thought it was really good. I found myself to be entertained the entire time. And like, as I was watching it, I didn't think the daily was awesome. I thought the elimination was good, not great, but even still, like, I liked it all. It felt like we kind of, I know we went last week to was like the first daily with kind of the new teams, and the week before that was the lock-in. But tonight felt like the first time where like the cast all kind of mentally moved on to the next stage of the challenge of this season of like, you know, we're all kind of together. There's staking the claims and like, I know there's still 10 teams left, I believe. But like tonight when they were getting ready for the voting, you eliminate the winner, eliminate the loser. There's only 9 teams left that are casting votes. So I don't know. There was just constant talking, scheming. That was all interesting. I know the challenge can kind of get themselves into trouble when they just do this nonstop. But yeah, I really liked tonight's episode.
Here's the thing. Both of you guys saying, I love this episode. The L word was thrown out.
It started as a kinda and then got walked back to a really like only because of the daily. Continue.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought it was just like, and I hate to say this, just like an average episode. I don't know. Like, there wasn't like you guys already talked about the daily wasn't amazing. So that's already a negative. The elimination was good, but what else kind of had like, I don't know. Like, I just thought it was an all right episode. Sorry,
So,
me.
I think not to jump ahead, but like the daily wasn't great, but at the same time, you saw one of the top teams get last, and you saw a team that has really been kind of the bottom of the totem pole the entire time win. So like right off the bat, even though the daily itself wasn't like super interesting, I thought it was cool that we got kind of different teams involved for good and bad reasons.
Go ahead.
Can I tell you why I started this by saying I kind of loved it? I will stake my claim.
Oh, come on.
That we are fucking back. We are back. For this season, we are back. We got through the first half, the chaos. We've got the teams. We've got the 2 alliances. We got a couple in the middle. We've already seen what this part 2 twist is. So we've already been exposed to it. And I don't think it's going to be...
Welcome back, Soda Can.
I don't think it's going to be like a killer. I think now everyone sees what the twist is. Some people still might use it, but I don't think a lot of people will. This season, we are back, baby.
Okay. Well, let's dive right in. I think there's a lot to unpack. Um, Before we talk about the daily, was there really anything going on? I think there was one little foreshadowing. Now that I look back, don't think it was that heavy. Was Gabe? They like were knocking on his door about this is the cursed room or whatever, blah blah blah. And sure enough, later on the episode, GG Buffon. But anything pre-daily that we want to talk about?
Did it seem like CT just kind of left like a mess in the corner, just kind of a pile of like his dirty comforter and shorts, and was it like glasses or something else? Like what happened there? How did he leave such a big mess?
I don't know. Wasn't there like I believe this was on a challenge podcast. Wasn't there a story when CT used to trade items and he would like work his way up from like a toothbrush and get like what maybe it was a toothbrush from the ruins? I don't know. And it was passed from
Too soon.
but no, but seriously, wasn't he like the mastermind of just trading a bunch of shit? And like he would start off with like a pair of shorts and literally get like
a duffel bag.
Yeah, a duffel
bag full of stuff and like a carton of cigs.
Yeah.
My favorite old time CT story that I think was maybe part of this same podcast episode is just when it might have been the No Quitters boys were kind of asking, I think it was maybe like Kenny and Evan, what was the deal with old CT? And they basically said like, look, we were all kind of scumbags back in the day, and so was CT, so were we, and like we got along with CT, and he would have. They basically said like he would have been part of our kind of crew that we had season to season if we could have trusted him. But like he had a different phone number every time you talked to him, and you'd be like, you leaving seasons, and he'd be like, hey, hit me up on Xbox Live. Like,
no, we did not.
Kind of life that CT lived at the time. That's so smirked.
That little pile that he left had to just smell so bad.
Oh, disgusting.
It's like, wait, I didn't think we were sponsored by BK.
That's out of control. So let's dive in the daily. Daily, pretty simple. You got this giant pipe, and you basically have to walk across it and pick up a flag. Now, the kicker is it's balancing, so you need these bands you have to run up the hill, grab these bands that were on top of barrels, and hold down the pipe down. We said it was an all right daily. Overall, my question for the group, what I don't understand is you could try as many times as you want, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Why not throw a band on there and just run and try to do it? What do you have to lose? 5 seconds? 3 seconds?
I mean, I guess. But even with multiple bands after a couple runs, like that thing would still go like this.
But I think if you would have done holy shit, Ernie Clement just got drilled in the head by
I know.
Who's batting 8 for 10 in his last at bat. Yankees being cheap. What else is new?
Shocker. Those New York sports fans.
But even if you were to go up, like my point is, like I think you could have done it with like 2 or 3 barrels tops, and that's it. And I felt like it was just so long. I mean, they were talking about these groups going 10 minutes to grab this shit. Right?
I mean, I don't know. I think kind of to Andy's point, you had teams that had been doing it for, I don't know, an hour or so and had like 8 bands or whatever it was, and they like were still falling in. I think that would definitely be a good strategy if they'd let you, which it didn't seem like they did, if they let like, if I was on the pole and my partner could just go run and get the next thing while I'm trying it. But it seemed like both partners had to like be there and stay there. So I feel like that kind of makes it like, hey, let's at least get like a good foundation to start with before our first attempt.
I don't know. I felt like the way it was edited, and it could be completely wrong, like the way we saw it. I felt like it was the people, like the first people done, they literally tried to do it right away. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't remember seeing somebody fall it. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Dee and Derek were the first person who actually attempted to go, and they got it. There wasn't somebody who
I think
fell
so.
in before the water.
True, but there were people after. I think
After
I
the
almost,
fact.
but I
Jesus.
almost think that kind of just like dispels what you're saying.
But my
Because they
point,
didn't go until they had multiple bans, and then people after them that got even more bans were still falling.
yeah, but my point is, even before that, like Dee and Derek, yes, they got it on the first shot or whatever time they did. What do you have to lose if nobody else has tried? Why not just run and grab it and see if 6 bands works? Maybe 6 worked instead of 8, and you've wasted a time going up them. That's all I'm saying. Like, yes,
I like where your head's at.
Towards the end of the group, obviously those people are falling. So yeah, no shit, it's not going to work. Something like Gabe, you're going to have 10 things. But a D or and it was funny, the group that actually finished last, Aviv, you would think 4 bands should do it, but it clearly didn't. So
it would have been prime. This might have been my favorite episode if we just had one attempt from Anissa, just one. Do you think you think what would happen first? She falls or the band snap?
You know what it would look like? It would look like who's her partner? Will. Hopefully, Will wouldn't be close next. Jake.
Yes.
Sorry, I get those guys
British.
mixed up.
British Will.
Alliance. If they were right next to each other, or if like Jake was like trying to fix the bands when she was up there, his face would have looked like Olivia. It would have like snapped back and just like it probably would have killed somebody.
I do understand why you weren't a fan of this daily, because there wasn't really a puzzle component. So it does make sense.
I think my 2 thoughts real quick. I didn't love that it was just like hard to tell with like the bands and the pole and everything. It didn't really click for me until they actually started walking on it what the point of the daily even was. But I wish they would have maybe done the same thing just a little differently and had maybe like said like the guys on each team have to do all the running, and maybe the girls have to do the walking, and then maybe there's some small like puzzle or some other thing after it. Because I just really liked the shot, just like kind of great shot, Gordo. I like the shot of all the guys running off to start the daily, and just like, you know, at the end of the day, each team has a guy, each team has a girl. Like, let's kind of make them do what they should have to do. And like the guys are typically the stronger ones, like have more endurance on the team, like have them be the ones just going back and forth. And it kind of creates like 2 separate jobs within a team.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been better than just having them alternate.
Yeah. So similar to the elimination tonight, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dee and Derek, or how do we want to call it? Derek, pulled out the dub. The battle for last place was between Aviv and Yermi and John A. and Gabe, which obviously Aviv and Yermi finished last. Gabe getting that was low-key pretty impressive. That was kind of wild. Like, did you see like that tilt and stuff? That was very scary.
Like almost in the water.
Yes.
Which, by the way, was anybody kind of concerned about how like people like Nani and stuff were like falling into the very, very shallow water, kind of like on their back, like totally like unable to brace themselves? Like, I think the producers could have thought a little bit more into this.
God,
that could have been one bad fall just right on your neck, like. And then you're going to a Chilean hospital.
Come on,
emergency room.
I think didn't they put the blurkle on Theo's doctor when he came back with the MRI. They couldn't even show his face.
He's got a warrant.
Now Theo's running just fine.
God, he's completely fine.
Derek's running fine. Remember, he jumping in the water. Oh, my leg.
That was unbelievable.
Oh God.
All
I
right.
wouldn't go rewatch that clip.
Of him falling and saying he tore his ACL?
Yes. I think you're right. I think he said I broke my leg.
God. But has there ever been a challenger to break their leg, maybe in a finale, and kind of like finish the finale and maybe even win it?
Anissa?
Oh, come on.
2 limbs.
God. All right. So, like I said, Yaviv finished last, and what?
I like that name. It took me a second. I thought you just mispronounced Aviv.
God. So then we go back to the house. We have a little costume party, which I like. Sue me. The costume party is very fun. Very, at least we're not going to the club and like having a bullshit thing. At least it's something different. Andy, who do you think had the best costume? God, he probably doesn't even remember.
I mean, I think it's probably got to be Ashley. That's what initially sticks out to me.
Okay.
They went too fast. I could have used like 5 more seconds on each team, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Ashley was a good one. Nani looked pretty bad. I think she was one of the last teams. They were like the king and queen, maybe double queen. Who were some other? Cedric and Michaela kind of took the Playboy bunnies. I think we could have used that on a better team. Like what was like Olivia?
They were the cowboy
Cowboys.
cowgirl.
Okay, that wasn't bad.
Well, it was kind of bad.
I mean, like, we wasted somebody like D dressing as Derek. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Overall I like the costume party. I think we could have just seen more of the costumes though.
The costume party was 10 times better than what we've gotten the past like 3 seasons, which has pretty much just been like Cara and a handful of other girls just dressing up as guys for like they clearly did it all night and we somehow had to watch it for 15 minutes. It's like, come on. I don't care about Carl. Treat. Gonna go for a walk?
Oh God. What'd you think, Fenway? And that was
Thanks, Nom.
yeah. Fenway. Keep turning. Let's see. Can we get Fenway?
Fenway, treat.
Walk.
Fenway, treat.
Walk. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Now she's licking her lips.
God. So what'd you think? Oh, I thought
All right, we gotta get this going.
I miss Tay. Where's Tay?
Well said, Fenway.
All right. Should we just go to the voting? Kind of leading into the voting was the whole Gabe freaking out. Like, there's no way he would have been voted in, right? Like, they didn't have the numbers, right?
Yes. So let's talk about this before we actually get to the staking your claim in the duel. So Derek wins, so they don't get a vote, and Yaviv don't get a vote. So that basically leaves 9 votes, because they said at certain times like 4 and 4. I guess like my question is, if Gabe doesn't do that, where do you guys think the votes go?
Theo?
Yeah.
Because the upstairs alliance, not to be confused with the pub, they have the majority. So they're just going to send in Theo and Adrian again?
Yes, I think at one point they had talked about not doing that, so that way they don't just always set that trend. But then I think once once they started figuring out like, okay, what's the alternative, then I do think they ended up saying Adrian and Theo is probably the best the best pick.
And then did the other alliance even have like, were they going to go back with against like Leo and Ashley? Was maybe who they were?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
But no, I like throughout all of those conversations from both alliances, the one name that was not getting brought up at all was Gabe and John A.
True.
Like, from a votes perspective, they were on no one's radar.
Honestly, and I hate to say it because I have hated her this season, Olivia is playing a perfect game right now.
Is she?
She's the puppet. Theo's getting all the shit for her move. She literally said.
Continue.
She was the one who told Gabe to do the move. Theo.
But it was a shitty move.
I know.
And it didn't work. And she has no numbers.
Sorry, you were lagging there. But no, I think they wanted Gabe in there because they didn't want Theo in there. Like, I think that's a smart move by Olivia.
I mean, I get that, but to say she's throwing a perfect game is crazy. They are just chopping away at everyone that's tied to Theo and Olivia.
But until she's gone, I think she's playing a damn good game. I hate it, but it's good game.
She's playing a good game. I don't know about perfect.
I view perfect as like Michaela right now. Like, Michaela is playing a much better game than Olivia. Much better. Michaela has so many more numbers. She's calling all of the shots for the strongest alliance, and they've got a very competitive two-person team.
I don't know. I think Olivia is protected very well in this game.
Not for long.
Jesus Christ.
Should we get into the stake in the claim?
Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Okay, so then we get to voting, and Tej is so I guess it's only the second time, and he asks if anybody wants to stake the claim, and Gabe raises his hand, and part of why I like this episode is that it just answered a lot of the questions that we had about this format and like, what does this mean? What happens? And he basically takes, Gabe picks Justin to stake his claim against. So TJ takes right away, which is one of our questions, takes Gabe and Justin away from the group up to the mountain. They spared no expense on this duel. They just kind of threw a couple old puzzle pieces up at the top of a trail and said, go run up there. I always love, we could probably, not right now, but we had to look into it. We can probably do some sort of Mount Rushmore of like best times when people competed in like their normal clothes. That's what stuck out to me instantly. I mean, Gabe ran to the top of the trail with like that big white puffy coat on. It made no sense. And that happens every now and then. Usually it's like if somebody doesn't want to agree with their partner, that happens. But anyway, they get sent up to the top of the trail, and Justin kind of kicks Gabe's ass. So no partners are changed.
Yeah, why would you not take the jacket off?
It made no sense. I think Justin even had like a sweatshirt on too.
God, it was kind of smirk. He had like the giant jacket on, and they had the GoPro strapped on. It was
what'd you guys think of the duel?
I mean, I know Andy loved it.
Well, before we even go to that, before we even dive into the duel itself, let's also not overlook that, yes, Gabe was wearing a big jacket running up this hill, but still somehow that wasn't the craziest outfit that we've seen on that same exact hill this season. With Nia and her jeans. The jeans were just incredible. I can't get over that. But the duel was fine. Like, I think, a little bit of physical, a little bit of puzzle. It's not necessarily weighted in one favor more than the next. Maybe a little more puzzle friendly, but I'd be curious to know how long it took. Did they ever have a timer?
I think we saw when they were running up the mountain. When they got to the top, it was like 32 minutes or 33. I thought I saw 30.
Was it?
I thought it was I'm almost positive I saw a clock that said 30 minutes at some point during it when they were running up. Some stat department's going to check me on that.
Trev, what time is it?
No spoilers.
No. I'm just thinking about like those other people waiting to vote, just sitting
Well-
around for 30 minutes.
Well,
an
speaking
hour.
of, they gave us some good shots of that.
Mhm.
Because, and again, part
They
of why I
did.
like this episode is because once they're doing this little duel, I like that they kind of flash back to the cast, because this is only the second. This is basically the second elimination of this format. It's the first elimination where they actually kind of knew the rules going into it. Somebody takes advantage of it right away, and we just see the domino effect through the whole cast of them all reacting to it. They're trying to scheme, like, if Gabe wins, what does the voting look like? Can we change votes? Theo was yelling at Turbo. Michaela was scheming. Nani was yelling. Like, there was just a lot of drama in a group of people that were just kind of sitting there.
It was fun to see the immediate aftermath of all that. And I honestly think if there is another claim staked, I think there will also be more drama after that.
Are we fine with it being a puzzle up a mountain?
I mean, what else are they going to do?
Coin flip? I mean,
I just like that it was like, we kind of speculated how they were going to do it, but I like that they just kind of take them away and do it immediately.
it gave me
Even though they
fresh
look
meat vibes.
ridiculous.
It
Yes,
gave me
that's what I
fresh
was
meat
thinking
vibes.
too. The house waiting
Yes.
for them, and
Yes.
I'm trying to think, like, what's the closest challenge comparison we have to where, like, two people go head to head, but regardless of who loses, nobody's going home directly. Like, that doesn't really happen.
No, it's almost
Oh.
like, and I don't think the challenge has ever done anything like this. It's like a Mario Party duel where you're challenging for like all your coins or a star or whatever. But it's almost like a duel too in Mario Party is typically when you're going up maybe a mountain too, like climbing up ladders, trying to jump over, maybe the space one where you're flying through, trying to get to the end. I don't know. I really think an intern's just like playing some Mario Party and just saying, hey, we should do this, this, and this. This whole season has been Mario Party.
What do you guys think?
What's next?
Of the Mario Party?
Like a battle mini game?
I think it's going to be like a Dark Star.
What do you guys think would be the line going into Justin versus Gabe?
Without knowing the elimination?
Knowing that this was the duel?
No, seeing after TJ explains it. I think Justin's probably the favorite, right?
From the puzzle aspect.
I'd probably put him minus 150.
But what Justin said, Justin was like last down the mountain. What he finished like 12th, and Gabe was actually one of the first people. So from a running perspective, going up and back down, Gabe has the advantage. It's the puzzle is everything. Which I was surprised how Gabe, if you saw when they reached the puzzle, they were neck and neck. It wasn't like Gabe had like 5 minutes before. It was like, and at that moment, you're like, Justin's got this. I felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah. The live line shifted to minus 1,000 right before the puzzle was started. But I think this was fine. It'll be interesting to see if they do this for every staking up the claim or if it'll vary. But it was fine. Take them right away.
I
let
think
them go.
my last question or thought that I have on the staking your claim. So this means that nobody can interfere with the Justin Nani duo anymore.
Correct.
Because I must have missed that, because I thought what it was that, like, if Gabe had won, let's say, or sorry, if Gabe had lost, which he did, but then they maybe won the elimination, I thought that meant that neither Gabe or John A could ever try it again. I didn't know that it meant like Nani and Justin, since they survived it, could no longer be penetrated, even though Nani,
Oh, come on.
And Justin. I'm with you, but I think that the way that it's actually happening is better than what it was initially described as. But I like it. I think this is a good
Yeah,
twist.
and I'm
Maybe like one of the best twists we've had in a while. Most
I
twists
agree
suck.
with that. I think it is one of the better twists we've had. I just think like I don't know. I just feel like why can't we just go back to the like I just want a partner to stay. Like I don't want things to change. Like I feel like now there's a reason Turbo and Sydney are partners. It's because they earned their right to be partners. And like I think it's dumb like late in the game if we're switching partners. Someone I mean if you're late in the game and you're 6, 7 people left, teams, excuse me, why would you not try like what do you have to lose? Like if you kind of know you're going in, shoot at the big dog. Not because with Fenway.
I mean, yeah, and like I think the fact that it was used so early and Gabe did it, maybe that'll make people want to do it more. Maybe it'll want to make him want to do it less since he lost and kind of got screwed over by it. Like, I don't know. I was also thinking like, will there ever be a scenario where the person that gets challenged is okay with losing on purpose? Because they wouldn't go into elimination and they would get partners. Like in this case, Justin probably wants Nani over John A. And so like there's no reason for him to stay. And he really clearly wanted to be Nani's partner. But like if I feel like there's a chance you get a situation where somebody's like, yeah, I'd rather have that girl, like go ahead, go in front of me. So I just think there's a lot of possibilities still left out there.
Can you so what go ahead, Andy.
I think I was just gonna say I think that's pretty good logic. And the scenario where that would happen would be if someone is confident, like if Theo is like, I'm going in, and let's say he chooses to go with God, see, you'd almost have to look at who his options would be because like Ashley wouldn't want Theo over Leo. Aviv wouldn't want. Oh no, Theo's a vet. People forget that. Maybe like D and Derek.
Mm.
If Theo was confident he was going in and stuck his claim, would Derek say, you know what, I'd rather have Adrian, just so that way he could call her Adrian?
Maybe I don't hate that strategy losing on purpose. I really don't. Do I think it's gonna happen? No. But I do like that. If you could choose any partner, I think that would like for example, like if it's who's partners with Theo? And
Adrian.
Olivia's with the Brit,
Will.
right? If they wanted
No.
I'm all over the place tonight. Olivia's
with the American Jake, aka Will.
So the other Brit. But my point is, like, if Theo wanted to get with Olivia, and you could just do a snip, snap, and get there.
But we still don't know.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you could go with any partner, I would do that.
Yeah.
Do we think? I kind of hope they do that. My opinion. I don't think it will.
Me too. Like, well, if someone like, if D, for instance, because the vet guys is Turbo and then a big drop off, Theo included. If D stood up and was like, hey, I want to stake my claim and I want to do it for Olivia. Like, so then it'd be Will and D. Like, what does CT or not CT, TJ say in that scenario? You can't do that. And then does she say, okay, I'm not staking?
I kind of like that. Just bombs away, see what happens.
If you're D, you'd much rather be with Will than Derek, even though I don't think those two That's not a good
No.
vibes team. Will and D.
Not at all. All right.
Be punching the back of more chairs.
All right. Should we go into the elimination?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm reading my notes from Alex. Yaviv wins over Gane. Big win. Let's talk about the elimination. I feel like this was one of those eliminations where Tuesday, you knew Yermi and Aviv were going in, and you're like, okay, we need them back in the house. Let's build an elimination that gets them automatically in. Oh, rock climbing. Like, I mean, come on. This was tailored towards them so perfectly. You know what elimination this gave me? What vibe did this remind you of? If there's one elimination. Yes.
Laurels?
That was the vibe with this.
There it is.
And then when Laurel got the pen,
was that when she threw her
Yes.
bitch fit?
even though to this date, I stand with Laurel on that. TJ blew the horn. Like, they should have just done a redo of like 5. They should have just put the top 5 pegs down and just a run up who can do the 5.
I think that was only Laurel's second elimination loss ever.
Wow.
If anybody knows the first. ...
Teresa?
No, it was Invasion. It was she beat Cara and then she lost to Camilla.
Wow, there we go.
I don't know. Oh, not so fast. Bang! I just watched that recently, and I think Invasion's on Pluto right now too. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that true?
I think I saw it might actually be that episode because earlier today it was Darrell. I swear to God, actually pull it up. Somebody pull up. That one.
Oh, man.
No, because Darrell beat Bananas in the Cara. That's how I remember Cara. No, seriously, pull it. Somebody pull up Pluto right now.
I got it. I think Laurel was like 8-0 at the time.
I gotta find this Pluto playback.
Can I just ask, as we're looking for it, Trev, I know once you pull it up, you're just going to interrupt me immediately.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, I know we talk a lot about how the challenge does the apparatus above water. I think this season is they've created a new thing, which is the rectangular prism.
Oh, come on.
Every single challenge or daily just has a big fucking rectangle that people are climbing or climbing down. Like it's insane. I think they're reusing. I think they looked on eBay and just searched in giant rectangle, and now they're just kind of using it for every single competition. I don't understand.
They're using the same ones. This was definitely the same rectangle that Derek was trapped in.
Exactly. I think there's a little top on it that they can kind of take off or put on depending on what they need. And yes, they're still hanging it in the dailies above water most of the time, but like they've used that stupid fucking rectangular prism at least like 6 times this season. It's insane.
They really have.
Oh my God, Alex. Sorry for the interruption. I'm watching it. They're at the curve and it says you beat Laurel just a second ago.
Ashley is literally bowing down to Camilla.
Because she said you beat Laurel.
Wow.
You can't make this up.
And look at those 2 guys clapping them on, Nelson and Corey.
God, you want to beat the champ? We going to be some champs. Oh, come on, Nelly.
We're going to be some champs. They don't know what's coming. Wow.
There you go.
Is Invasion kind of underrated?
God, wasn't there some scene with the beads?
Oh, come on. It's like in an hour from now.
God. All right. So the elimination, what'd you guys think of it? You like it? You hate it? Andy, thoughts?
I liked it. It was a good team game. Both people were involved. You know, the girls started it, the guys finish it. Just a classic, like 2v2. Each person had their own part. Go get it done. It wasn't blindfolded. It was much better than last episodes where Tay didn't do anything and then somehow got eliminated. Like, both people had to contribute.
This elimination, like I said, reminded me of the Laurel one. I was actually very surprised on how fast Gabe climbed up the rock climbing wall. He wasn't that far behind. The button at the top, too, also kind of reminded me of the classic punching through the wall, the bananas with Jordan, where you have to, like, smack the bell. I kind of like those. I'm not going to lie. So.
Me too.
God, Alex, are you watching what's happening? Look at the scene about that.
There's an air mattress in the pool. It's incredible.
God, bring us back.
Absolutely wasted.
Unbelievable.
Who is Camilla?
Camilla is hooking up with Corey, and they threw an inflatable, inflatable mattress into the pool, and now they're all both of them are like trying to fuck on it or something.
You just can't script
this.
I mean,
God. And then Ashley's like the normal one. How is this even possible?
I mean, well, CT's the old man on it. This was like,
look how drunk Nelly looks. Look at his face when he's sitting next to Nicole.
They're eating eggs.
God. All right. Back to it. Anything else with this elimination? See you, Gabe. Do we want to see Gabe and John A back?
Neither.
No.
Ooh, I don't hate John A. I actually think she's fine. The problem is this season, when you come in late in the game, like she really didn't do anything. And that's what I didn't like about her this season.
Well, she's also like 40 years old with multiple kids. And it shows.
You know what this team kind of gave me? Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
You know what this team gave me vibes of? ...
Go ahead.
Rivals 2. Wait, Rivals 2. When was Zach and John A partners? Battle of the X's?
Oh, come on.
It kind of reminded me of that. Like, Gabe was the cocky, like, doesn't really care. It kind of gave me those vibes. I'm sorry.
I think
the vibes is good comparison.
I just think if you put John A with any other guy on this season, doesn't really matter. She's probably going to be just kind of a waste of space. If you put Gabe on any team with any girl in the season, he's probably going to bitch and whine like he did. You put the two of them together, you have, maybe the biggest buzzkill team of all time. Have we ever had a team that just has hated each other so much, been so boring to watch? Like, I know we've had teams that where they hate each other, but at least like a lot of times they're good. They can compete. They're interesting. These two, there was one scene maybe after the daily before voting where Gabe and John A were sitting on a couch next to each other and they were kind of arguing. Gabe literally was like looking straight ahead. John A was next to him. He could not look her in the eye. Like, just the ultimate bad vibes team.
Yeah, I hated this team. And that comp to Zach and John A is pretty good, but Zach's also really good at the challenge, where Gabe has an ego that would match Zach's, but he's terrible. But I think when you're talking about other just bad vibes, boring, not fun to watch teams, the one team that immediately jumped out to me, and I believe that they were partners. Was it Nam and that Olympic chick partners?
Lola. Yeah, Jones.
Lolo.
Whatever.
That team, I'm just out on. Like,
that's a good bad vibe
episode. Yeah.
That's a good poll.
God.
Thank you.
Didn't they also go home because it was an injury? Nam's back. It wasn't even a true elimination, right?
True. Nam, I believe, was on 3 seasons and never lost an elimination round.
That's incredible. Never made a finale.
Did those two spark up pseudo romance?
Lola did like Nam very early.
But then she realized like
that he's a corpse.
He doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right. Anything else before we get into segments? No? Segments?
I gave my claim that has been staked tonight is that we are fucking back. So I would want to know from your guys' perspective, scale of 1 to 5. I am at a 5 of we are back. Just for this season, not for the challenge as a whole. Just for this season, I'm giving it a 5. We are all the way back. Where are you guys at?
1 to 5, I would say like an A-. I think we're pretty damn close to being back. And I think really the main thing that's kind of sticking out to me about like how we're kind of talking positively about the episode and everything, this was episode 11. This was episode 11. Like usually they are not this good. Usually these are move the chains type episodes. And I think we have, I know we still have a long road ahead of us, which can be kind of scary sometimes when we've already come this far and still have that many people left. But I think there's like still meat on the bone. I think there's still good moves that can be made. And I don't know, like a couple months ago, I thought we were kind of lost, but I just really like this season. And I like the rookies and I like the new format and could go any direction still. I think the last third is going to be very important, but I would give it a solid A- out of 5.
My move.
I would say very más o menos is where I'm leaving it. So I'm like on the we're back meter. I'm not as far as you guys are by far. I don't. Here's the thing. Maybe I'm being selfish because the last 5 seasons have been pretty bad, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like watching Invasion right now, and I'm like, this is awesome. And it's like if we had this tonight, my meter would be off the scale, and it's not. It's not even close.
But what? So let me ask you this on that episode that you're watching, and I just genuinely want to know because I haven't like rewatched older good seasons in a while. From that episode alone, what is like better? Now, granted, like the cast now, after they've all been on for 5 to 10 seasons. So, but we're also like keep in mind, Jeremy, Sydney, Will, Jake. Like there are rookies that could in 5 years would be like, oh man, vets and new threats. Like that was awesome. Like,
Absolutely.
what does that episode have that tonight's did not?
Well, I know you're very against it. Like alcohol, perfect example. We need more of it. I know Andy's not about it. Me and Alex are always all in for that. When I see Corey, I'm looking at Camilla right now. She's got streaks of makeup down her face. She's looking like a zombie right now. And like, this is just a little, let's throw some content in. Like, this isn't like part of, like, give me that kind of stuff. When I see Nelly T going like, she's going like this, this, and this, and all this. Yeah, I want that. So, sorry.
I got no, the second you said alcohol, you won me over.
I mean, the first moment we saw was Ashley bowing down to Camilla. I've watched 10 minutes of this episode. And this is like the episode before the finale, which is like, or like they're about to go on the finale, which is typically a terrible episode. It's not like there's no elimination about to happen.
And since we turned it on, there's been no daily, no elimination, no final, no. It's just been them at the house, just being drunk idiots. And it's fun.
But like, if this is what's happening at the house instead of like, I don't need to see the politic. Like, we've seen so much of it. Like, I know what's happening in the game. Give me some drama like that. I see.
I got no.
Real quick, Andy. You know what they're doing right now, which I love? They just hand Camilla the camera, and she's walking around the house, and it's like first person right now.
That's awesome.
And she's literally just like, hey guys, we're about to go on the finale. She's kissing Corey right in front of my screen right now. She's holding the GoPro around. Like, that's fun. It's something different.
It is fun. I got no issues with that. I do have an issue with you thinking it's still Maso Menos
Sorry.
on the back meter of 1 to 5.
We're not in limbo. I won't say that, but
No, I
We're
am
still-
knocking on wood. I never want to
We're-
risk that again.
we're in a dream. We're not in a dream within a dream within a dream, but we're in a dream.
Yeah.
So
We're out of the woods, and to be honest, I was surprised by that.
No, that's also my move. All right, let's do some segments. Let's have some
what do we got?
segs.
All right. This day in challenge history. I think this will be gettable. On episode 5 of The Island, whose key did Evelyn steal?
Johnny?
Johnny?
Bananas?
Bananas.
God, the speech
Was that the speech?
where she's
Oh, you're right. Because then, remember, she said, yeah, you're right. She gives the great speech. Bananas has to walk down from that little platform. And instead of just like handing it to her, he just drops it like a douchebag and then just keeps walking.
Yeah.
He's so pissed.
Speaking of the island,
That doesn't sound like bananas.
Speaking of the island, I'm hearing rumors. See ya, Cody Bellinger, and the Blue Jays are off to the ALCS. Boom. Speaking of the island, I heard a rumor that they are starting filming next week, The Island 2. That's going to be the next season of the challenge. I don't know if you guys heard that. And I think one of our insiders are going to be boots on the ground next week. Filming?
Yeah. I actually can't say much. I did have to sign an NDA. But I will be on the island. And that's all I can say for now.
Wow. I'm excited. I can't wait to see. Andy will not be with us next week. Be on the lookout. There might be another pod coming this weekend. Maybe Upstairs Alliance. I don't know. But we'll see.
We could have an AWL live on the scene as well.
Yeah, I think TJ Lavin might make an appearance in the chat. I could be wrong.
Long-time listener.
First time caller / streamer. So hopefully TJ Lavin is with us. Upstairs Alliance, Friday night, 11 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see.
What else we got, Alex? Segments.
I think we got MVP, LVP.
MVP, LVP time. You guys know what to do. Order of tonight in the chat. First one,
Alex, Trev, Andy.
Andy, Trevor, Alex.
Alex.
Oh, TJ Lavin, let me on. Hey, TJ, I just laid it out for you. Friday night. I think there's something going on. What's the place called? Yogi's or something beforehand. But afterwards, I'm hearing rumblings and stumblings of the upstairs Nick's Pub, English Hut, or whatever it's called. Like, I don't know. I want your opinion.
We'll get into that.
TJ. That's all I ask. So, Alex, Andy, Trevor is our order tonight. Alex, take it away, MVP. Who you got?
I wish I would have been first for LVP as opposed to MVP. But I'm just going to go with, I don't know how many MVPs this person has this season. I'm going to go with D.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with D.
That was on my list.
She is bad. She won a daily that, I mean, who knows? Like, they're not a good team. They're not at the top of anybody's list. If they lose or they don't get first, like, they could be very well in danger. And not to mention, like, the fact that they won and got to kind of sit on the sidelines and see the what's it called? The Stake Your Claim, all of that play out. Everybody fight with each other as they're just kind of sitting there watching. And I'm obviously not going to give it to that Mohawk douchebag with the other podcast, $30 a month. I just think D looked, I mean, her kind of sitting on the pole, crouching out there, flexible. She looked incredible. Did I mention she was bad? I just think she started off hot with bananas. She's kind of been invisible for the past 2 months. I feel like we're having a D assance now. So I'm going to go MVP D.
Good pick.
That's a great pick. She was one of the 2 on my list. You made my pick even easier. My MVP for tonight's going to be Justin.
Ooh, good pick.
Good pick.
Look, my insider, DR, soon to be DB.
Oh,
people forget that.
What do you?
Was all over this. And are we still overlooking Justin?
He's good.
Has Justin done – he's done nothing but compete.
He's good.
And he's involved socially when he needs to be, but he's not, like, stirring shit up. But he isn't afraid to back down and also back it up in probably multiple ways.
And he has a partner who's done it all, except win, who's connected and has Justin, I got this weird sense of confidence when he went into the duel against Gabe, which, like, you look at Justin and on paper, you would never kind of think that, like, you'd feel confident about him winning a one-on-one thing. And maybe it's because Gabe sucks a lot, but I don't know. Like, Justin, he's good.
He is. He's very good. And I like him. And that's a good vibes team.
Yeah. Good pick.
Thank you.
MVP tonight. Andy said something earlier, and I think it sparked something in my head. And he made a great point. So, and I really had no idea where I'm going with MVP, but my MVP tonight is going to be the challenge flow. And I think tonight's episode flowed very well. And when you get in what?
Nothing. I'm just continue.
I thought it flowed well. I think it's the format flow, whatever you want to call it, of having that extra twist in there. As much as I don't like twists, a 90-minute episode, it became very doable, watchable. This episode was I wasn't looking at my phone as often. I wasn't focused on other things. I was more locked in for that time. It was because of the flow of, hey, we're going from a little drama to the daily, to this, to that, so on and so forth.
So you like the challenge flow?
The flow of the episode. You could say flow of the episode. That's fine.
No. You tell me.
Challenge flow. I want challenge flow.
Okay.
Trev, I like that pick. And I actually was late, delay of game on starting this EP.
Oh, come on.
So I started it at probably, what time does it come on? 8:30?
It's on at 8.
8. I started it probably like 8:40. Like, I started probably 40 minutes late. And that meant obviously fast forwarding through commercials, but I also then had to skip through some parts of the EP. And it was really hard to do that because it flowed so well that, like, I didn't have the Anchorman flute pee break. Like, we didn't have that this EP. So I actually really like that pick.
Thank you. All right, MVP tonight. I'll keep it simple. I think this is the second time I've given this guy an LVP tonight, or not just tonight, this season, is Gabe. I just think I'll go very chalky pick. What was he doing tonight? He loses to Justin. He almost finishes last in the daily. He's not even getting voted in, and you never want to throw yourself into elimination as much as the possible. And even it's a risk. Like, you weren't going in. Don't risk it now. You're already late in the game. figure it out with John A. Figure it out. Like, and I almost wanted to give the LVP to John A. just because I feel bad for her. Like, it sucks the way she went out this season. However, Gabe, terrible performance tonight. It's a rookie mistake. Well, simple as that.
Trev, I think me and Alex both gave our answers. I don't think we got one out of you. Do you want to see Gabe back?
I don't want to see Gabe back.
So. I think that's the right answer.
I wish we could do like some sort of study on like how many number one LVP and MVP picks would all three of us have taken. Because I know for this one I would have taken Gabe if I had the pick. Andy, I think you would have taken Gabe too.
Me too.
Like, this was just one of the worst. And usually you don't have that. Usually it's like maybe I would have Gabe 2 or something on my list. But yeah, I mean, Gabe was like just a fucking terrible performance tonight. They played, what was the song they played at the end when he was
Careful what you wish for.
Just losing the duel and an elimination and almost a daily all in one episode. Like, just a loser. I'm glad to have him out of the house.
Yeah, he was second to last in the daily. He lost the elimination. He lost the duel. He was a douchebag from just a personality perspective. And then from a gameplay perspective, it was almost like the Wes and Leroy. Like, why do I feel like you're in the power seat right now? Like, he let other people manipulate his game on top of being a douchebag, on top of losing the elimination, on top of losing the duel, on top of second to last in the daily.
Yeah, he got played so bad. And there was a part of me, like, I don't know exactly which part of the episode, there was a part of me watching it where I wanted to kind of zag and be like, oh, Gabe sucks, but like, at least he's causing drama. At least people hate him. Let's bring him back. But I just could never get to that point. Like, he's not, I mean, he's big and he beat Bananas, sure, but like he's not charismatic enough. He doesn't bring enough energy. Like, there's nothing really to want to see back from him.
Has anybody's stock fallen as hard as he this season? Like, you beat Bananas, like, you are so damn high, and
I don't think so. Because, well, I guess, yes, he did beat Bananas. But I think when he did beat Bananas.
Yes, beat Bananas? Yes, was on the season.
I think when he beat Bananas, Trev, I think you were kind of higher on him from that point than anybody else in the world, maybe.
I was.
You kind of liked Gabe there for a few months.
I think I liked him for 2-3 episodes, and then I realized, I was just drunk on Gabe. I don't know.
And Bananas is 45 years old.
Oh, come on.
Well, and let's not overlook that even before he beat Bananas, he came into this season as tied for the second highest rated rookie male at a 485.
I mean, come on.
So, yes, the stock started high. It got a little bump, and then it just went crashing. We got rug pulled. We got Gabe rug pulled.
You know what? I'll say it. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, run astray, and flat out deceived. That's the easiest way to say it.
Well said.
All right, LVP.
And I never want to see him again.
Andy, who you got?
I'm gonna give this to a team. I'm just good. That's just what I'm gonna do. Give me Yaviv.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Because when you have the expectations that team has, you cannot afford to be getting last place in a daily that they either should have won or at very least finished top 3. You cannot put yourself in a position to go down to some fuck shit that happens to people all the time. Like Bananas going down to Devin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bananas shouldn't be in that position. These two should not be putting themselves in that position. They kind of lucked out that it was Gabe and John A. and that it was a elimination somehow perfectly tailored to them. But you can't do that. If you want to have the expectations of winning it all, You can't do that. Can't drop simple dailies like this.
Interesting. I just think, they won the elimination. Yes, did they have a slip up? Yes. But to your point, it shows a weakness in their game. You can't this late in the game, like, you can't be doing that kind of stuff. You could have gone home very easily. If it wasn't a rock climbing one, you could have been gone. So I don't hate the pick. When somebody wins an elimination, it's always tough to see them as the LVP. But for your reasoning, I agree. Alex, who you got LVP?
My LVP, I'm gonna go with. I think really the only thing left I can do is I'm gonna go with John A. I mean, Gabe is the anchor. He's the one who truly brought that team down. But also John A. It's probably my last time to give her one, and let's be clear. Gabe sucks. He's a huge buzzkill. John A. isn't exactly Miss Sunshine either. She was kind of bringing the team down from the start. And I was trying to think, like, she was the replacement for Kara probably, 5 episodes ago? 6? Kara probably left episode 4 range, like 4 or 5. And John A. in that time, like, that's not I know it's weird when you come on late, but, like, it's not a short stretch. Like, she was on for a decent amount of time and just did nothing aside from kind of be miserable. Kind of just be paranoid and all of that. And yes, I get it. She was stuck with Gabe for the past 2 episodes, but even before that, she kind of sucked. So I would rather not see John A. back. So she's my LVP.
Anything, Andy?
No, I think that's spot on. Like, both members of this team sucked in multiple ways. And I'm very happy both of them are gone. And I really don't want to see either of them ever again.
All right.
They both just took up space in the house, literally for Gabe and figuratively. Like, they just took up space in the house. We didn't need them around anymore. It was kind of a miracle that they made it this far to begin with. And now we can just kind of move on. We got rid of the layup. Let me ask you guys that real quick now. Who is kind of bottom of the totem pole? Who's like the worst team left? Who's the layup team now?
Anissa and Jake.
I forgot about Anissa. That's the answer.
I will say, if you take Anissa out of the equation, it's got to be America and Leroy.
I kind of like. People were calling it L'America.
L'America.
I kind of like L'America.
I'm looking at the power rankings post draft. I mean, it's got to be American League.
True. I think it's an interesting thing to discuss because, unlike specifically for this episode, because D-Rick won the daily, and then Justin won the duel, and like those were 2 of the bottom half of the teams. And so, if you take the elephant in the room, you take Anissa and Jake out of the picture, I think there's a lot of good teams that are kind of punching in the same weight class. Now,
let me ask you this, Andy. Your list 1 through 12 on there, correct? 12 teams or 13? And
12.
There's been 2 episodes since then, right? From our rankings, what teams have gone home out of 1 through 12?
C-Tay, number 7. Ooh. And Gabe and John A, number 11.
Okay, so 12 is obviously Anissa. And who did we have as 10-9?
America Leroy, then D-Rick at 9.
So once Anissa goes home next week, the game begins.
Well, they haven't done the Burger King challenge.
Oh, come on. All right. Anything else from tonight's episode?
I do have one thing, and I'm really glad I put it in my notes app because I would have just glossed over it. And speaking of elephants in the room and BK, I think it was either last episode or maybe 2 episodes ago, we talked about how all Anissa has been doing this season has been flopping around in the water. And did anyone see her costume from tonight? She was quite literally dressed as a fish. Jake was dressed as a fisherman, and he did this little move, and she was just flopping over to him. So now Anissa is literally doing nothing on this season but flopping around like a marble.
All right.
What a great last second addition to the episode.
Unbelievable.
Had to be said.
Trev, my last comment is I think we have, like you mentioned earlier, I think we have some bonus content coming in the next few days.
Bonus content, my favorite time of the year. Don't know the schedule. Don't know if we're actually going to go live or if we're just going to record a pod behind the scenes. I don't know. We'll get into it. We'll see what the night delivers, and we'll go from there. But we'll let you guys know. Special wedding pod, maybe at the end of next week's episode. So we'll attach it to. So. But yeah, congratulations to Andy. He is getting married this week. So one clap for Andy. There we go. And then he's going to the island for Island 2. He's filming that. So he'll be out a couple weeks. He's bailing. So you know what else is new? BMFEP running the show. So with that being said, thank you guys for listening to a brand new Stir the Pod podcast show. I've been your host, Trevor. You can follow us on Twitter at Stir the Pod. You can follow us on Instagram at Stir_the_pod. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Shout out George. Shout out Mason. Bye-bye.
Love you guys.